Hello, everybody. I hope this can be heard. This is a live test. I am testing this system. I am live from Chez Roger, and I just did a video. I just released it, so I'm just experimenting right now with this system. And do I look shiny? Uh, so yeah, not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna talk about too long anything because I just made a video. Yet another video about Marianne Williamson and the Democratic primaries, and we'll see where that goes and where that leads. And I did want to talk a little bit about too some of the problems that I've seen on Twitter. Uh, I mean, Twitter. Every week there's a problem, or every day there's a problem, or every hour there's a problem. But I mean, there's just like so. RBN, if you don't know, that's what a Revolutionary Blackout Network. I they're black leftists. Um, I agree with them sometimes, and I disagree with them other times. And some of them I don't like as much as the others. On a thread because they made a video which they released today, or a stream, in which they cited Michael Brooks. Michael Brooks was on Sam Cedar's show, Sam Cedar of the Majority Report, and it turned into um, a lot of people basically went on that thread and attacked them for supposedly putting words in Michael Brooks's mouth, and how dare you utter his name, and you guys shouldn't utter his name at all, and this kind of stuff. It's almost like saying the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in this case, the Honorable Michael Brooks, which I really don't know anything about why anyone would right off the bat just say that to other lefties. I guess the qualifier is because RBN doesn't play ball with the Democrats and is critical of the Democrats, and so therefore they shouldn't talk at all about what Michael Brooks thought, right? Like, if somebody died and they were on the left and you were concerned about their memory and you were concerned about their legacy, you should actually welcome people quoting them and quoting what they have to say and having a serious discussion about what you think or what they think would be that person's take on current affairs. And if that's not happening, then that person, I mean, the legacy will die, right? And you have to keep it current and at the same time understand the perspective of that person had back then. But I think it's very important that we have a discussion about what Michael Brooks thought or would think about politics. And I have yet to watch the video. I've been busy today, but I was just struck by the fact that there was so much hatred of RBN over that, over quoting or saying that they were going to quote Michael Brooks, and it was just over the top. And I mean, frankly, I am I'm just really mad at how people compare, you know, the sides on the left as if they're diametrically opposed on BreadTube. Whether it's Jimmy Dore or whether it's Sam Cedar, everybody thinks of them as being on opposite sides, but the reality is they're not. They're not on opposite sides. They share a lot of underlying goals. I mean, first of all, if you actually look at the core of what they believe, both Jimmy Dore is not a socialist. What Jimmy Dore wants, for the most part, is pretty middle of the road, progressive, liberal stuff. Medicare for all, a slightly more aggressive welfare state, Green New Deal, it's the regulatory government, very liberal regulatory viewpoint. That's what he wants, and that's what Sam Cedar wants. Now, Sam Cedar plays a little bit closer into the system because he's covering for the Democrats, and Jimmy Dore has rejected the Democrats. That's really the only difference, if you really think about it. I mean, yeah, there's some disagreements on something like vaccinations and stuff, but Sam Cedar doesn't care about that. You know how I know? Because Sam Cedar used to do shows with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is a vax denier. Right? So people sort of pretend that there's a difference. But there isn't really that big of a difference. There isn't. If you're trying to affect change within the system, if you're trying to do electoral politics, if you're trying to do middle of the road, basically social democracy, you're basically a liberal, which is what Jimmy Dore is. In fact, Jimmy Dore the other day defended the cops, so which I never thought I'd live to see. So, not that big of a difference between Sam Cedar and Jimmy Dore, and this is it's so problematic when people sort of act and they get on their high horse and all this drama. Oh, Michael Brooks and this and all. It's just plain stupid. It's plain stupid. And I'm just tired of the hero worship. I'm tired of people trying to resuscitate Joseph Stalin. I'm tired of people acting like, I mean, why are we even talking about Mao? Mao Zedong was successful in China because of World War II, because China had been invaded by Japan. Okay? The forces of Chiang Kai-shek were wasted fighting the Chinese. And Mao engaged in guerrilla warfare. He was able to hide out on the countryside. Where exactly do you think Maoist guerrillas are going to hide out? Let's say in rural Georgia or something. What's your plan? That it's totally inappropriate to even talk about Maoism here. Totally inappropriate. If you're a Maoist, I don't know what to tell you. You sound to me like you're on something and you should get off it. Same thing for Stalinism. That just is totally inappropriate. Why would you need Stalinism, even if I interpreted it in the best possible light? Why would you need that? If the United States were to have a proletarian revolution, it would essentially end almost all capitalism in the world. That's how important our capitalist society, our capitalist government is. The whole idea of Stalinism is we have to shut down civil liberties, freedom of the press, make gay or homosexual activity illegal, all the stuff that he did. Do a bunch of other things to preserve the socialist state from the capitalists that are out there threatening it. But if the United States went socialist, there wouldn't be a force on earth to stop that. So I don't know what you're like. A lot of these people are just, even if we forgive Stalin or if we forgive Mao for their mistakes, it just isn't. It's not practical to be hero worshiping. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all these I don't know. I'm tired of all these people. I'm probably talking to myself live. So that's it. Just wanted to talk about that. Now, I am going to talk about my family's experience with. We had a family business for 42 years. And I'm going to talk about some local issues here in California and in Southern California. I'm going to talk about that in my next video. And I would appreciate it if anybody had any, input. And we'll talk. And feel free to comment. Feel free to share. Subscribe if you want to. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm Roger on the left. And that's it. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.